Hey folks, I was cleaning out my desk drawer, and I'm sorry I'm sick, so I'm a little foggy, but I was cleaning out my desk drawer and I found these old German 4th edition starter decks that I bought a while ago and never opened, and I'm trying to clean things out, so I'm going to open them. I'm going to enjoy the tableau, because I'm taking it down now, so I have room to screw around. Okay, I think I've opened one of these on camera before, and if I recall, I didn't know what one of the cards was, because it was in German, and I didn't recognize the artwork, so perhaps that'll happen again. Yes, I also recall these interior plastic wrappings being difficult to open. Oops. There is some construction going on outside my window, so if you hear the sound of large metal things falling down and clamoring into each other, don't worry, it's just I'm building condos across from my office. Come on. Of course, I'm not worried about nicking these cards, because 4th edition cards aren't worth anything. My enjoyment of them will not be detracted by any stray scissor marks. Alright, there we go. Okay, starting out with the lands. Insel, Wald, Ebene, Sumpfgebirge. I've got a bunch of those. One of the reasons I was actually cleaning out things is I'm actually going through my broader collection and trying to build decks, and because, oh man, look at that warping, that is awful. And because booster packs don't have land in them anymore, I'm trying to just harvest land, as it were. I don't remember what that card is, but I remember it being good. Blitzenzauberin. Aladdin's Wunderlamp. Aladdin's Wunderlamp. Danze der Grumsäbel. I'm not going to say what the English words are, but I'm assuming you can figure that out. Aladdin's Lamp, Dancing Scimitar. Elfenreiter. Umwandlung. Elementar. Bög. Aschnod's Kampfausrüstung. Weißer Schutz. Stupid card. Gegenwart des Bösen. There's good cards in here. Ungezähmte Wildnis. Steppenbrand. Aufopferung. Tatzelwurm. Blaue Unknall. Eulen aus dem Jenseits. Brassende Zigeuner. Reich der Illusionen. Cyclopenmumie. That's funny in German. Nebel. Besungene Stadt. Sieglänger. Kartätsche. Catapult. Steinhagel. Gasformengeit. Grauer Ogre. Pretty close. Flug. Did that one. Ruckruf. Seelengift. Steinschlitten. Wundersame Heilung. Yeah, I was thinking that was different in English, but no, it's Stone Sled. Twiddle. Apparently twiddle doesn't translate into German, or maybe that's just a coincidence. Vogelmädchen. Speiseträger. There's the metal booming outside if you can hear it. Circle Protection Green. I don't feel like trying that German. Sumpfgas. Landegel Erosion. Alright. Decent stuff in there. What is that card? I can't remember what that is. Excuse me. As I said, I am sick, and I apologize for making a video while I'm sick, but I did want to get these cards out of my desk and also make a video out of them. Ooh, doesn't sound good. Did I rip that? Yeah, I did. Damn everything. What's up? That wasn't properly cut. That wasn't my fault. Sorry, you couldn't even see what I was just doing. I ripped this, but it turns out that these things are... It's not cut all the way. You see what happens when things get mass-produced? You know, 4th edition was the first time they really went nuts with the production. You know, you had Fallen Empires right around the corner, and everything goes to shit. Not cutting the boxes, warping the cards, making she-had boxes with no vampires for the 12 of you who watched that video. Going nuts out there. Alright. Our warpy lands again. Funny thing is that the, let me see if I can grab this. Man, what is happening? Sorry, this is like the most incoherent video I've ever done. The interesting thing, one of the things I noticed is that if you look at the English 4th edition, they actually switched over to the fancy glossy color instruction book. I mean, the inside is still not glossy and not color, but the outside is glossy. But in the German, for whatever reason, they stuck with the you know, newsprint and not newsprint, but just regular non-glossy paper and non-color, which I don't know what that is. They also don't have the illustration, Quentin Hoover's wonderful sort of erotic illustration on the back there. That guy's cut. Look at that. So, $40 for a subscription to The Duelist. I don't know how much it was in the U.S. I don't know. Let's say it's September 1994. Anyway, just a little interesting cultural thing. All right, Meekstone, right? Stein des Samtmuts. Kronhelm, I don't know what that is. Coral Helmet. Mondschatten. That's a decent card. Unijutz. Did not expect her. It's been a long time since my German classes, and my German tongue is not as dexterous as it once was. Apotheose. Wasserelementar. Seelenmetz. Felvarstein. Geisterfessel. Wanderlust. It's probably the one card they didn't actually have translated into German, because I think that's a German word, Wanderlust. Aufgebrachte Pöbel. Oh, I like this card. I should keep that for my Do Tucker video, which I don't think I've done yet. Yeah, I will, actually. I'm going to set that aside. Riesenwuchs, Feuerball, Schutzkreis gegen Blau, Pestraten, Moorviper, Monsters, Plundernde Goblins, Alabaster Trank, just means alabaster drink, Wort der Fusselung, Holzmäuer, Schwestern der Vlamme, Tundrewölfe, Füchs, Kriegsmammut, Amulett des Krugs, Ansturm, Kraftverlust, Hügelriese, Riesenspinne, Moral, Schwäche, Nafsbrillenschlange, Felcher? No. Dunklezog. Apparently Felcher means healer. Good to know. Blitzschlag, one of my favorite cards. And Fleischfressende Pflanze. So Fleisch is one of my favorite German words. It means meat, but it also means flesh. Riesenskildtröte, which means that the German word for pork is Schweinfleisch, which just means pig flesh, which I think is disgusting, but that's the way German language works. You don't make up new words if you can just use old ones. All right, the third and final German 4th edition starter deck. been making more decks with my more recent cards. I'm going to open this slowly so I don't tear it this time. No, it's still not cut properly. Man, what were they doing in Belgium? Saying I've been making some other decks in the deck building toolkit. Ms. Gnosis, I appreciate the suggestion that I do that because it was a lot of fun, and I wouldn't have done it if you probably hadn't suggested it. And it's actually inspired me to build even more decks. And if I really get ambitious, I will dig into my 4th edition and revised cards and actually make some old decks. I think it'll be a little easier to play just because there aren't all these wacky new mechanics I'm not familiar with in the 4th edition, and plus there's banding, and you gotta have banding if you want to play Magic properly. And there are interrupts too. I think it's funny that they took away the interrupt. I thought that was a mysterious thing. Alright, lands, once again, we know this by now. And the black and white cheapy instruction book, and a Kreutzog. There's a really funny video of, I think I have it favorited, it's of a guy purporting to open an alpha starter deck, and the 2 rares are Crusade and Giant Day Tome, and he's very excited about it. And then I think if you read the description, it turns out that he's not actually opening the starter deck. They are real alpha cards. It's just he just reconstructed the starter deck. But whenever I see Crusade, I always think of him, and the way he says it, Crusade, yes, he has this accent. It's really funny. Actually, you know what? I didn't point this out earlier, but if you look, it's the same in the other decks. The rares and uncommons, or I guess the rares, the 3 rares. Savannah Lions. One of the most odious rares of the original set. Savannah Lions. But I got Crusade. The rares are all off-center if you look at them in relation to the other cards. They're like printed all the way to the bottom. And I think that was the same for these other ones too. Yeah. And I think it actually might have been the same for my English one. Might be nuts, but well, Grizzly Bears isn't rare. No, these are all centered properly. But yeah, for the in addition to not being cut properly, apparently the German cards, the rares, were all printed off center, so it's really easy to identify the rares. Anyway, Kreutzog, Savannah Löwen, Titania's Lead, Teufels Machine. That means Devil's Machine. I don't think that's Diabolic Machine. Yeah, I think that's what it was called. That's a decent card. Schwertmauer, Ursa's Brille, Feuer Elementar, and her large fiery breasts, Crystalstab, Alibaba, Himmelsprisma. Himmel means heaven. I guess it also means sky. I guess it could mean celestial. Wasserwand, Feuerwand. Coincidence? Seelenlose Zombies, Blauer Unknall, Zersetzung, Mesa Pegasus. Didn't even try with that one, I guess. Geruben Scorpion, Reich der Illusionen, Hurlin Minotaurus. Minotaurus, I guess that's how you say it in German. Gehirnwäsche, Terror, Versunkene Stadt, Bürgerschaft der Feuers, Heilige Rüstung, Lähmung, Steinhagel, Auferstehung der Toten, Heilige Stärke, Sturmramme, Flugfähigkeit, Disenchant was another card just look at if I'm not linked to it, I may link to it if I think to do it when I upload the video, but just search for Alpha Starter Deck. It's a funny little video, and the guy's got like a ton of hateful comments saying, "Oh, you spent $1,000 for a balance. What an idiot!" It's like people get so emotional about Magic, especially the Alpha, Beta, Unlimited, Revised cards. Anyway, I just love that video so much. Disenchant. Vampire Fledermaus. Vampire Fledermäuse, I should say, because it's more than one bat. Fledermaus, and then it's another good German word. Flying mouse is what it means. Zauberlehrling. Steinschlitten, Amruk Ithkin, one of my favorite cards. My Quentin Hoover video has a whole discussion of this, and now I got it signed, like a dork. Der Schwarze Tod. Aha, so instead of Pestilence, this is the Black Death. Interesting. Lebensquelle and Vögelmädchen again. Alright, sorry for the slightly incoherent and rambling video, but I wanted to unbox these cards, and I did. So, thank you for watching, and the Magic 2013, or 2014 rather, booster box postmortem is coming. I still have not finished opening all those cards, but I will, and I will make a video about those. Thank you very much.